Hello queens and kings, my name is Thandeka Shabangu. Welcome to my channel. If it is your first time here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Welcome to the part 2 for our Umtsha. So our main focus today will be doing the triangles and the colors. This is what I mean. So we'll be focusing on this part where we'll be doing the triangles and adding our color. So what we'll be needing for today's tutorial, you're going to need your colors, the number of colors that you want. You're going to need your black beads. You're also going to need a little bit of your white beads, and then you're going to need the pipe that you've already got started with. So let's get started. So for this part, the most vital information that you have to know is how many beads does it take to complete one line in your pipe. Okay, because pipes, they differ with thickness, this will just be a guidance sort of to show you how you can go about. So for this pipe, it takes me 19 beads. Okay, let me write it down. You're gonna have a semi lecture. Okay, to make one line, for example, this black line on its own, it takes me 19 beads. Okay, so what I want from these 19 beads, I want 4 sharp triangles. So you're going to take this 19 and you're going to minus 4 beads because you want 4 of these sharp triangles. Nah? And then you'll be left with 15. Okay, so we have to find a way in which for these 15 beads that you have left, how are you going to divide them by 4? Because you can't divide them by 4 and get an even number. You're left with 4, 4, 4, and 3. Okay? 4, 4, 4, and 3. All these in total, they give you 15, which is the same number here. So what we're going to do, how we're going to go about for the first row of the first 19 beads in total that we're going to pick up. Ne? You're going to pick up 1 black bead, and then you take your first 4 beads, 4 white beads. Ne? And then you pick up another 1 black bead, and then you take another 4 white beads, pick up another 1 black bead, and then you take 4 white beads. This is the first row. You pick up another 1 black bead, and then you take 3 white beads. So this is going to be our first row. Where did we take those? Where did the 1 black beads come from? It comes from the first 4 beads that we minused at the beginning. Nah? So in total, when you calculate these beads in total, you're going to have 19 beads in total. So that will make our first row. So it will make this row where you have your sharp part. And then let's pick up those beads. So you're going to calculate as we go. So these are the beads that we've picked up. Now let's go back and now work out how we're going to do our second row. So our first row, it has only 1 black bead. Né? As you can see here, we only have 1 black bead. So for the second row, we're going to have 2 black beads. Now let's calculate how we're going to go about with 2 black beads. Okay, so our row in total has 19 beads in total, né? So now we're going to have 4 pairs of black beads. So we're going to have 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 black beads in total. So in your 19 beads, you're going to minus 8 beads. And then you'll be left with 11 beads. Okay. So from the 11 beads, you're going to divide that in groups of 4. Going to take our 11 and divide it by 4. But because when we divide it, we're going to have not a whole number that has like a remainder. That means we're going to have 3, 3, 3, and 2. So 3, 6, 9, 11. So these numbers in total, they're going to give us 11. So how are we going to go about when we pick up our beads? So you're going to pick up 2 black beads and then 3 white beads. And then you pick up another 2 black beads and then 3 white beads. You pick up 2 black beads and then 3 white beads. You pick up 2 black beads and then 2 white beads. So these are the amount of beads you're going to pick up for the second row to make our second row. So these beads in total, they are going to give us 19 beads. So let's go and pick up these beads in this order. So this is going to be our second row for our triangle. Now we're going to do our third row. So the third row, we have 3 black beads. For third row, we have 3 black beads. Okay, so for the third row, we're going to have 3 black beads. Remember, we have 4 groups of 3 black beads. So in total, we're going to have 19 beads. So in that 19 beads, we are going to minus 12 beads because those 3 groups, we have 3, 6, 9, 12. So those 4 groups of 3 beads, they make up 12. So 19 minus 12 leaves us with 7. Okay, so these 7 beads are going to be our white beads. So we have these 7 beads for our white beads. So because we can't say 7 divided by 4 and have a solid number. So what's going to happen? You are going to say 2, 2, 2, 1. So in total, we get 7. So how are we going to go about with our row? You're going to pick up 3 black beads and then the 2 white beads. 3 black beads and then 2 white beads. 3 black beads, 2 white beads. 3 black beads and 1 white bead. Okay, so in total we're going to have 19 beads, which are the beads that complete one line, one string, or one line when it comes to our pipe. So let's pick up those beads. So these are the beads in total. Now we're going to work on the 4th line. So this is our 4th row, As you can see, we have 4 black beads and 1 white bead. Okay, so starting on a clean slate. So our row takes 9 beads, ne? 19 beads to make one row. So we're going to need 4 groups of 4 beads. 4 groups of 4 beads. So it's going to be 4 times 4, which is 16. So in these 19 beads, we are going to minus our 16 beads, and then we will get 3. So how do you go about? Which means we're going to have 1, 1, and 1. 1, 1, and 1. Okay? So now let's create the row. So we're going to have 4 black beads and 1 white bead. 4 black beads, 1, oops, I forgot to scratch out because we're taking it from here, and the 1 white bead. 4 black beads and 1, oh sorry, there's no more 1. We have 3 1 white beads. So at this point, the black beads will start to meet. I want to show you at which point. It will start to be at this point. So now, this will be the 4th row. Ne? Let's pick up these beads. So these are the beads in total. Okay? So, I'm going to add another 19 black beads, because after the triangles, I want one solid black line. So I'm going to pick up 19 black beads. So these are the number of beads in total. What I want you to observe, I've mixed them together. I think it's better that you mix them at a go. So what I want you to observe from this is that the white decreases. The number of white beads as you go, they decrease, and the number of black beads as you go increase. So the white keeps decreasing and the black increase. So, oh, here's the white beads that is missing. And then I have my black 19 beads. So these 19 beads are going to make that one row, just to separate the triangles from the colors that are going to start. So now we're going to start wrapping. We want to be a wrapper. Okay? So at this point, remember your right hand, I don't want to say right hand, left hand. It's all up to you about how comfortable you are. But your other hand have to be holding your thread and pushing it down. And then your other hand should be holding your fabric, making sure everything is in place, and also should also twist. So as you are laying things down, make sure that you are creating that triangle. Okay, here we go. Make sure that you are creating that triangle. So I want to move slowly for this one. Make sure that you are creating your triangle. Sometimes you will need to tighten your other hand, the hand that is holding your thread. You need to tighten up so that you won't have gaps and spaces in between your beads. And sometimes it will be that you are too tight. so we have to loosen things up. So when I just make sure that everything falls nicely into place. And here we go. Here we have our triangle. So when you're done, you wrap your thread around, and then you take your needle. Here's my needle. Oops. Take your needle and insert it into, take your needle, insert it into the last 3 beads. You're inserting it in the direction that you are moving in. And here it is. So now I want to get started with my colors. So as you have seen here, for each color I have 4 lines of a color and then 1 black line. 4 lines of a color and 1 black line. So because for my pipe, to make 1 line, I pick up 19 beads. So what I'm going to do now is pick up 19 times 4 light green beads, and then I'm going to pick up 19 black beads. Then I'm going to pick up 19 times 4 orange beads, and then I'm going to pick up 19 black beads. So if you want 3 lines of a color, always make sure that it goes hand in hand with the number of beads that you need to make 1 row. That's why at the beginning I did mention that you have to know how many beads does it take to make 1 row in your pipe, because the sizes are going to be different. For other people, I know they'll make thicker pipes. I know other people make thinner pipes. So that's the information that will be very important for you. So because I know that it takes me 19 beads, I'm going to pick up 19 times 4 beads. Okay, so I picked up powder blue. I forgot that I actually want to make the colors symmetrical. So as you can see here, it starts with powder blue. So I also want here for it to start with powder blue. So I want it to be symmetrical. So I picked up my powder blue beads and my 19 black beads to create that line that divides the colors. So now we are going to twist. Twist, twist, twist. Fingers are not tight. There we go. So that's how you know that is complete, when the 2 black beads meet each other. So then you know the 1 line is complete. Then you twist using your thread. Then you take your needle. Then you insert it into the last 3 beads. And then you pull your thread. So I'm just going to continue with my colors. And then I'm going to come back when we are making the other part of our triangles. So here is the colors that I've added. Now I want to create my triangles. So the trick here, when you're moving out, remember here we're moving in. When you're moving out, you're going to pick up the same number of beads, the same way. The only difference is that you are going to sort of like do the opposite. Where there's black, where you're supposed to pick up black, you're going to pick up white. Where you're supposed to pick up white, you're going to pick up black. remember here at this point, the white beads kept on decreasing and the black beads kept on increasing. So at this point, the white beads will increase instead of decrease, and the black beads are going to decrease instead of increase. Now let's go back to the calculations that we had. Yes. So this is the calculation that we had at the beginning. Remember this one? So now we are going to do the opposite. It's like opposite day. We're going to do the opposite. So here for our one, remember here at the beginning we picked up one black bead. Here it's going to be one white bead. So it's going to be one white bead, 4 black beads, one white bead, 4 black beads, one white bead, 4 black beads, one white bead, and 3 black beads. So here we are. These are the beads. So now we're going to do our second row. This is what we had. We had 2 black beads and 3 white beads. But now it's going to be the opposite. We're going to pick up 2 white beads, 3 black beads, 2 white beads, 3 black beads, 2 white beads, 3 black beads, 2 white beads, and 2 black beads. And here it is. Okay. Now we're going to do row number 4. Which one is row number 4? Oh, this is row number 3. Sorry. This is row number 3. Let me remove the one underneath. So remember, before we picked up 3 black beads and 2 white beads, 3 black beads and 2 white beads. So now you're going to invert, do the opposite because it's opposite day. So you're going to pick up 3 white beads, 2 black beads, 3 white beads, 2 black beads, 3 white. Oh, sorry. This is the. Yes. This is what we're going to pick up. So you're going to have 3 white beads, 2 black beads, 3 white, 2 black, 3 white, 2 black, 3 white, and 1 black. So these are the beads that we have. So now, going to pick up for our 4th row. Remember before we picked up 4 black beads, 1 white bead, 4 black bead, 1 white bead. But now it's opposite day. We're going to do the opposite. So you're going to pick up 4 black beads, 1 white bead. Sorry. We're going to pick up 4 white beads. Sorry, please don't get confused. 4 white beads, 1 black bead, 4 white beads, 1 black bead, and 4 white beads. So here we are. And then when you're done, you go and push everything together. So these are all the beads that we picked up. As you can see, the black beads decrease and the white beads increase. So you decrease the black beads and increase the white beads. So now let's wrap. Okay, so now we are going to wrap. Both of your hands should work together. And as you're wrapping, make sure that everything falls into place to create the triangles. Make sure that everything falls into place nicely. Pull when you're supposed to pull. Tighten where you're supposed to tighten. Make loose where you're supposed to make loose. And and here we go. And then we wrap with our thread. Then we take our needle, insert it into the last 3 beads we have here, and then we pull. Just make sure everything is in place. So here we have our triangles. And then from here, you're going to continue with your white beads. You're going to pick up white beads and wrap. And then for the next part of the tutorial, we are going to be closing our pipe. Closing our pipe and then joining our pipes together, because Umtsha usually has from 2 pipes, 3 pipes, 4 pipes. I've seen 6 pipes. So that is what we're going to be busy with on the next video. Next video, we're finishing our pipe and then joining them together. Thank you so much for watching, Queens and Kings. I love you guys so much. Remember to love yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself, and have fun. If you love the content that you're seeing, please consider subscribing. See you on the next tutorial. Bye.